And if Dad has anything to say about it, there won't be any nitrous on it either.
That is correct. None.
No nitrous. I don't know why. It would be incredible.
I mean, unless you want to put it in the air, in the tires. You can do nitrous.
Oh, nitrous in the tires. So then we're rolling on bombs.
Well, no, they do that. You got a little, it's got the little green caps on there.
That's nitrogen, not nitrous oxide.
Oh,
yeah,
that's different.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't need the accelerant as well as
no accelerant. yeah, I got you there.
All right, folks, you've waited long enough. Here it is. It's time for the big reveal. The new car is not the Toyota Camry. Sorry.
No, it's over there.
It's not even red.
It's not even red.
It's not even a sports car.
It's not, no.
Uh-uh.
What? Camry's not a sports car?
No.
Oh.
Nope. Doesn't qualify. I don't even think you can get a manual in it anymore. It's terrible.
Yeah, you're probably right.
It's terrible. So my boys were nice enough to put here on the driveway no parking for anything but the Porsche. Yep.
Dun, dun, dun.
This is it. This is a 1986 Porsche 944. It's not an S, it's not a turbo, but it does have a manual.
It's a pure Porsche 944.
Yep. Porsche, not Porsche. Not Porsche, it's Porsche, in case you were wondering. And Dad and I both are really excited about this car, really excited about this project. This car has been sitting up for about 10 years, and it was under a cover, and so the paint is actually in really good shape. There's some little blemishes that are probably worth addressing a little bit. Some that are worse than others.
What, you mean imperfections in the
Yeah,
old car?
I mean, you know, little ding, things like that. But I mean, good grief. And this is after it's been sitting out at my house for a week or so after I washed it in the East Texas pollen. So it's got a nice yellow hue over the whole car. But yeah, there it is, 944. It's I'm really impressed with the condition of this car. I mean, the things that don't normally do well in the sunshine for long periods of time,
just out in the weather.
and just out in the weather, like the rubbers around the windows are still actually in pretty good shape. They're dry, you know, it is a 35-year-old car. Oh no, yeah, 35-year-old car, not quite 40 years. I had to do that math in my head. But it's, I mean, probably the most impressive thing to me, if you know, you know, these are actually rubber, and this one does not have a single crack in it. It's still supple, it still moves. I put some Armor All on it the other day, and it darkened up real nice for about 3 minutes, and then it sucked all that stuff in.
Yeah.
Because it's not seen much attention in about a decade. Dad, you want to show them the interior?
Sure. Welcome.
So,
again, pure classic Porsche 944.
yep. Simple, straightforward.
40 years of
mold.
age. Yeah, it's got a few things.
It needs some attention, but that's where we come in, and that's where this project kind of kicks off. It's going to be a bit of a challenge. There'll be some things that, you know, are more of a headache than they're worth sometimes, but I mean, good grief. For what it is, like, yeah, the seats are cracked up. So what? The steering wheel cover is coming apart. So what? The dash is cracked. Okay. I mean, it's a complete car. It's not running. That'll be a challenge in and of itself.
Well, we don't know if it runs yet.
So
we don't have a key.
The story I was told, yes, and I have yet to get a key. I have a title, which, if you're familiar with Texas, that's a battle in and of itself sometimes. But yeah, the key is missing still. The previous owners are working to remedy that for me, but I can get a key for it for pretty inexpensive. So no worries there. But interesting thing, this is not your typical 4-cylinder. This is a 2.5 liter 45 degree inline 4-cylinder, and the transmission is not right here, although you can't even really see back off in there. The transmission is back at the back. It's underneath the back seat. This thing has a transaxle in it. So lots of fun engineering feats with this vehicle. Lots of things that make it very unique in the whole process of being German and Porsche and sports car and all kinds of fun. So yeah, 2.5 liter. This is actually half of the 5 liter that came in the 928. If you're familiar at all with some of Porsche's heritage, the 928 was the precursor to this car. It was a little more bubbly, and of course it had the 5 liter V8 in it. In my opinion, this is the better looking car. I love the haunches out back. I love that 1980s inspired rubber spoiler on the back hatch there. It just looks good. It looks really, really good. And we're super excited about getting this thing on the road. Probably the next video will be trying to get the engine to turn, and then to see if it will turn over, and going from there on the whole process of getting this thing up to snuff so we can put some miles on it.
Yes.
Road trip, absolutely. Let us know in the comments below what you would love to see happen with this car. I know, Dad, you want full-blown nut and bolt, top to bottom, inside and out, frame off restoration.
I'm just a purist when it comes to Porsche and sports cars. So
yeah.
You know, I understand you got to put new plugs in it, but other than that, we need to go back to restore.
Back to the original. Maybe try and clean up the paint a little bit and just leave it like it is, huh?
Yeah.
I know that's not what you have in mind for said project.
Right.
And you might just have to come to understand that Father knows best in this.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Well, I'm sure our commenters on the video will also, the keyboard warriors will let us know what's best as well in the process.
Do we need to let it be put in a way of saying, okay, whatever the vote falls towards, that we
is what we do with it? Well, I think we'll need some ideas first of kind of the direction we need to go.
How far out of the box we're going to go with?
Right, exactly. Because I know for me, keeping it stock is going to be a struggle. You know, the whole nitrous and blowers and turbos and bacon thing. It needs more. It wants more. It deserves more.
Then go get a 959.
I can't afford a 950.
Oh well, then what makes you think you can afford upgrades
I mean,
to the 944?
You know, a junkyard LS has been done to a 944.
Yeah, that's not worth it.
You know, there are other options out there. One of the things I mentioned originally, the turbo. One of the options for this car was a turbocharged 2.0. It's the same motor, just with a turbo on it. It was de-stroked a little bit, I believe, to lower compression, but essentially the same motor with a turbo on it. So we could always do that.
I would be okay with putting the turbo on it, as long as we, stayed true to the rest of it.
Okay, all right.
I would probably concede that.
Yeah. And I'd love to see, it's got 15s on it now. 215, 60 15s is what it came with from the factory on the tires, all the way around.
And I like your idea though on the smaller up front and the bigger ones in the back. I'm okay with that. Doing
a little more of a staggered, like a 17 in the front and an 18 in the back, or something to that effect, to give it a little more staggered, and then like a 7-inch wheel in the front wide, and like a 13, no, just kidding. A 10-inch wide wheel in the back, because a 10-inch wide, you could go to a 265 tire, and it wouldn't look just overly huge for that wheel.
Yeah. I think there's space in the well there too.
I think so too. My father-in-law's here as well this weekend. He was talking to me about some tire sizes and trying to figure a few things out. So we got some things in the works.
Well, he is a tire guide.
He is a tire guy for sure. Yeah. But hey, this is it. This is the 944. We are super excited about it. Looking forward to all the fun that it will create. And we're looking forward to sharing it with you, our awesome viewers, in the process. And I haven't mentioned it yet, but there will be some worship elements and some Christ elements tied in with this as well. Probably going to do some blog posts in the process of renovating, restoring this vehicle. Restomod. Yep. Right? Restomod?
Yeah. Well, just for you purists to know that I will be standing in the gap in the process. So.
We're super excited about it and looking forward to it, and it should make for a fun analogy in the process. And maybe, just maybe, you might see it on a Ready weekend coming up in the near future. Maybe.
Yeah.
Be fun little traveling around.
There's
rig.
A fun little road trip.
Yeah.
Rig, yeah. It might be tough to
put a couple guitars in it.
Guitar out the back there might change the aerodynamics of it a little bit. So
cool.
I guess we can buy underwear in whatever town we go to, as long as we got the guitars with us.
Right. So. Exactly. Yeah,
okay.
We're good.
There we go.
We're good.
That's fine. That works.
Well, there you have it, folks. The 944, 1986 model 944 is our project for the Worship Hearts YouTube page, and fun project for Dad and I to be messing with here over the coming days and weeks and months, and hopefully it doesn't get into the years part of it, but
we'll see.
My goal is running and driving and registered by summer.
By summer.
Is
that summer in Australia or
no? Well, maybe.
Or summer in Texas.
Summer in Texas will be here in about 3 hours, so maybe not that one.
That's true. Yeah, we might need to wait a few weeks.
Yeah. Either way, you'll see it right here. Be sure to like and subscribe. Give us a follow. You can find us on Facebook, and everything that we got going on can be found at worshiphearts.org. Thanks for watching.
Stay tuned and see how we tie this together.
That's it.